After a 19-hour shift, my key didn't work. Pay us $26,000 and we'll let you in. TLDR. I'm an ER doc. Came home after a 19-hour shift to find my wife and her two freeloading sisters had changed the lock and demanded $26K for their vacation. I quietly walked away, served a rock-solid eviction notice the next morning, house is solely in my name, documented their smear campaign, looped in my dad, who'd helped structure the deed, and had the sheriff supervise move-out day. Their lawsuits fizzled. 6 months later, I've got my house, my peace, and a dog. The lockout 19 hours into the kind of shift that sands your soul down to the nub. I just wanted a shower and a bed. My key wouldn't turn. Inside, my wife Clara and her sisters Ivy, the entrepreneur, and Rachel, the influencer, sipping the good wine we'd been saving. Clara smiled. Pay us $26,000 and we'll let you in. My sisters need a vacation. I looked at the wine, looked at the three of them, said, understood, and walked back into the night. The backstory, how I became a walking ATM. When we married, I thought we were building a life. Slowly, a few nights for Ivy turned into a permanent office bedroom plastered with vision, boards. Rachel, between places, became ring lights in my living room and cold showers because she'd used all the hot water filming content. Every raise I earned became a new family emergency. If I balked, I didn't understand what family means. The house, bought years earlier with my dad's help, had somehow morphed in their vocabulary from my husband's to our home. The plan I slept at the hospital, showered, and spent an hour on property law. Then I remembered the quiet gift my dad gave me at med school graduation. The deed is solely in my name. Title work, filings, notarizations, the whole fortress. At 10 a.m., I slid an official envelope into the door handle. 30-day notice to vacate, copies of the deed attached. Clara opened it. Confusion, panic, rage. Then a scream so loud the neighbors came outside. The smear. They went nuclear on social media. Heartless husband throws wife and her sisters onto the street. Friends of friends called to suggest counseling. A guy named Brad with 3 divorces told me to be a better. Man, I responded to none of it. I documented everything. Screenshots, voicemails, the whole parade of threats. Pay us or regret it, complete with pink stationery and hearts over the eyes. Then my dad called from overseas. He'd seen this coming for years. Been waiting for you to grow a spine, he said, and confirmed what I already knew. Paperwork, airtight. Bonus twist. Clara's mom, Patricia? She'd been watching, too. Turns out her husband had secretly been funneling money to Ivy and Rachel. Patricia filed for divorce. She also apologized and offered her records if things went to court. Eviction day, I showed up in a white shirt and calm. We're not leaving, Clara said, voice already shaking. I handed her a folder. Deed, notice, dates. A car door slammed. My dad stepped out, all quiet authority. Pack your things, he told them. This was never your house. Learn the difference between family and parasites. We set the deadline for sunset and waited across the street with coffees like 2 auditors watching a very messy close. Hours 1 to 2. Denial and strategy meetings. Rachel cried while taking selfies. Hour 3. Clara called everyone. Patricia didn't ride to the rescue. Watching Clara process that in the yard was educational. Hour 4. A U-Haul. Chaos packing. Hour 6. Sheriff's deputy arrived, polite and immovable. 1 hour to finish. Hour 7. Garbage bags flew. Neighbors stopped pretending not to watch. By sunset, the truck was gone. The house was quiet, in a way it hadn't been in years. The legal after-party Clara tried to sue for emotional distress, abandonment. Discovery is a beautiful thing. Bank statements showing I paid everything. screenshots of vacations and purchases she bragged about online, voicemails and texts documenting years of family emergencies. Her lawyer dropped her. Ivy and Rachel tried a tenant rights angle without rent or a lease. The judge essentially said, "Absolutely not." 6 months later, my porch, my coffee, my dog, Murphy, professional sunlight napper. The house looks and feels like a home again. Patricia and my dad surprised me by actually making each other happy. She sent a handwritten apology for not seeing sooner what her daughters were doing. Ivy's in a call center. Rachel's GoFundMe, Homeless After Family Betrayal, raised $47 before it was reported. The neighbors admitted they'd bought the Facebook act at first and apologized. I'm dating slowly, a nurse who laughs at my bad jokes and pays her own bills. Most importantly, I walk through my front door after a brutal shift, and the only thing waiting for me is quiet. Final thought. Sometimes the strongest move isn't yelling. It's documentation, a clean letterhead, and a deadline. They wanted $26,000 to let me in. Instead, I let reality in, and then I let them out.